Hey, you. Hi there. Things are going on, huh? Yeah. You probably can't hear it, but there are two dogs upstairs that are running around back and forth. It's been a little bit weird this week. It's been a little bit weird. Oh, by the way, before I get started telling you about how weird things are, let me tell you how weird things are. Welcome back to the Voodoo Garden. My name is Ray. I am the host of this kind of a sparse room that I lovingly call the Garden of Voo. It is kind of sparse because I've been divesting myself of unnecessary plants because I do have a reason. I'm going to be starting growing things differently. Remember I said I'm going to be growing vegetables. I was getting ideas from you. Well, I'm going to be doing that. Well, today is a little bit odd because I have one dog down here, that's Rascal. He's been following by my side for the last few days and not leaving my side at all. Tiki and Tanner, they've been doing the exact same thing. Right now when I'm filming, they can't come downstairs because Tiki, she doesn't like the air pump right between your legs over there where you're standing. Don't fall. There's an air pump in my compost tea that keeps it aerated. She doesn't like that. She wants to come down here, but the minute she steps foot in the door, she runs because she doesn't like that humming sound of the compost tea. Tanner is bonded to Tiki, so wherever Tiki goes, Tanner goes. And Tanner can't go up and down the stairs very easily because he has 3 legs. It's a mess. It's a car full of clowns here. And the reason that the dogs are acting a little bit weird is because Mike, my best friend and roommate here, is gone. He's visiting his parents in Illinois. So he's visiting his parents for a few days. I'm in charge of everything having to do with everything here. And I have to be around these dogs 24 hours a day, every single day, or they get freaked out. Normally when I film down here, I come downstairs, Mike is babysitting the dogs, everybody's happy, everything's calm, we have our Zen going on. But so everything's a little bit wonky here. So you'll have to excuse the sounds coming from upstairs. If you hear sounds right above your head, that's Tiki and Tanner thumping back and forth wanting to come downstairs. Okay, now that I've explained my sad life, I want to explain why the room is looking the way that it is. It's kind of dirty. Those of you who zoom in on little details, you'll notice there's dirt on the floor. Everything looks a little bit weird. I've divested myself of some unnecessary plants because I'm going to be planting some vegetables that you suggested. So I have to make room for that because they're going to take up room. Also, some of the things I'm growing, already growing, are going to start taking up more room, and I'll explain that in a second as well. Thirdly, there was a fiasco with dirt in this room. Yeah, and it was a big old fiasco. I live in the middle of nowhere. Actually, I live right on the eastern side of the middle of nowhere here in Iowa. And there are no big towns. The small towns don't really have that many businesses. When I need potting soil, I can't find it. The only places that will carry potting soil outdoors. And I think this is the weirdest thing. It's actually not weird. It's stupid. Okay, I'll just go out and say it. It's stupid because potting soil is normally used for indoor plants. Yes. You can use it for outdoor plants, but the main purpose of potting soil is for indoor potted plants. Us indoor gardeners, we use potting soil. Well, when you store it outside, even though it's sealed in these plastic bags, they have little tiny holes punched in them, and that allows the air to go in and out. Well, that's all well and good. It also allows water to go into the bag so when it rains, and they don't store it in a protected area. They just throw it outside with the garden soil, which can be outdoors, and it absorbs water. It also absorbs fungus gnats. Yes, it do. So whenever you buy potting soil and it's been outside, normally it's going to be infested. Well, you can't find it indoors because a lot of stores don't want to carry it indoors because they need that indoor space for other things. So I'm looking for potting soil because I need to repot a lot of stuff and get a lot of things started. Can't find it. So what I have to do is I have to settle for the outdoor stuff. That is a pain in the butt because I have to bring it in here and it weighs a ton because it absorbed all the water, right? So I get this big old 2 cubic foot bag of potting soil. It weighs a ton. I know it's full of water, so I have to lay a tarp out on the floor in the Voodoo Garden, slice the bag open like a big old fish, open it up, spread it out, and then put a fan on it and open the door to the Voodoo Garden and let this dry out for about 3 days per bag, and then do the next bag, let it dry out. So my room has been really filled with dirt, and I've been spraying it for fungus gnats to make sure that they don't, infest my plants. So that's why the room, I got rid of a lot of the plants because I needed the room. And I was also drying out dirt. I just got the dirt dried out. Everything's okay. I'm ready for the next step, which means I need to bake some compost in order to mix it in with my potting soil. Well, my life being as it is, I can't bake the compost very efficiently until Mike gets back because I have to be outside while it bakes because I have an outdoor oven in the red shed. Remember how I made the compost when I saw compost? Well, I have to bake it out there because I'm not baking it in my house because it stinks. I have to bake it outside. I can't bake it outside because the cats like to sleep on top of the stove and the little kittens like to go in the back of the stove and sleep inside of the stove. So I have to actually clear the red shed out, hold the line, keep the cats away for an hour while my stuff bakes. I can't do that because the dogs are inside. Dogs can't be outside. Oh. Okay, there's my life. See, it's a lot more. Oh, look at your butt. Look at you raising your little butt. It's a little bit more complex. A lot of things are going on behind the scenes here. Wheels are turning. Things are happening. But all of that being said, hey. Cherry tomato. A Praxis cherry tomato growing in the Garden of Voodoo. This is a plant. This is the plant that got it all started. Yep, I started this last winter in the Voodoo Garden. Grew it. Remember, you saw it growing, getting big, falling over, breaking. This is the one. This is the one. And then I did hydroponics. Or did I do hydroponics first? I don't know. But anyway, this is the mother plant of all those plants. It's been going for almost a year now. Indoors, maybe 3/4 of a year, almost a year now. Yeah, so it's been going, it's been growing, flowering, fruiting continuously all that time. And every now and then I just pop off a cherry tomato and I have it while I'm here watering the plants, doing my thing. No, these tomatoes did not come off of that. These are the mule team I got from outside. I just decided to bring them down here because I wanted the company. And but I do have a couple updates, and I have some really weird stuff going on in here. Yes, it's weird because it's the Garden of Voodoo. I got to show you this because one of them's kind of bad in a way, and one of them is exciting. It's incredibly exciting. So without any more rambling on, I got to show you this, okay? Come on over here, and I'll put the stool over here. You sit over here. I got to show you the broken neck sunflower because right after I filmed, everything changed. Hey there. Oh. You are just too freaking adorable. You're darn right I give him a close-up. That's my best buddy. Yes, he is. Okay, back to what I was talking about. Right over here. Yes, the sunflower. It was doing wonderful. Remember, you saw it? It was doing great. It had a flower that just came out. And as soon as I filmed it, the next day I came in here and the flower was not wilty, but it was moldy. Ew, yeah, and I got to show you this. And it smells funky. Yeah, right inside there. I don't know if you can see with the lights as a backdrop. It's all full of mold. Yep, so, ugh. And the leaves are getting a fungus on them. That's what a fungus looks like on the leaves. When they get that blotchy look. There's apparently some kind of fungus loose in the Garden of Voodoo, and I don't want to deal with it. Nope, I don't. So what I'm going to do today is take the pruners. It's time. It's time to prune this back and see if it'll actually put out new growth off the side. I don't know if it will. Maybe this plant is doomed. Maybe it's not. I want to give it every opportunity. Plus, I'm curious. I've always been curious. So it does have the leaves coming out of the stem over here. See? Right where my finger? Well, you couldn't see my finger, could you? Nope. Right there. There. And I want to see if there'll be new shoots growing off of there. So I'm just going to take the pruners and clip it off and see if that's going to do it. And I wonder if the stem is hollow. I don't know. Hold the phone. I'll go get the clippers and we'll meet right back here, okay? All right. Right about, I don't know, here? Oh. Goodbye, top half. Huh. It's hollow. Yeah, it's got the pith inside. And it's hollow. Well, I guess now we're going to find out, aren't we? I just lopped the little head off of things. I did a little Marie Antoinette on this. Well, the sunflower is done for now. I'm going to move it off to the side. And I'm going to just lower us down. And let me get that tripod out of the way because we got other things I want to show you. There's a frost outside, and yet not in here. Nope, it's forever summer. I love that. Forever summer in the Garden of Voo. Remember the plants that I thought were jasmine? Well, it turns out they weren't. Nope. Nancy, who sent me these, she apologized profusely, and I kept trying to tell her, don't do that. You gave me some really nice plants. So they weren't what we thought they were. Big deal. There are bigger problems in the world than worrying about a beautiful plant not being what you thought it was. Now look at this. Remember how small they were? And I thought this was jasmine. Turns out we don't think it is. They're 4 o'clocks. Yeah, see, this is what happens when you buy seeds online. You don't know what you're going to get. And generally, eBay is the worst place when it comes to this. And yet, something good comes out of it. This one is darker colored. This one, a green color. And look at how healthy these things are. I took them from the cup right off the bat and planted them in a larger pot. And look at how big they're getting. And you know, 4 o'clocks. Anybody that's grown those, they have a slight sweet smell to them. And I gotta say, I'm actually glad these weren't jasmine, because I would have had 2 jasmine plants. And what it did was it gave me the incentive to go online and look for jasmine plants. And I have one bookmarked, so I'm actually going to order a little tiny plant of jasmine, have that, and I have 4 o'clocks growing inside. Something I never thought that I'd do, because I never really thought about 4 o'clocks. And now that I see how they grow, they have my interest. I am fascinated. I'm sure this is going to be a big, beautiful plant. So keep an eye on these. The little twins are going to be growing in the Voodoo Garden all winter long, if I have anything to say about it. And right over to their left, yep, the children of the, well, there's Rascal's butt. Yeah, Rascal's butt. Yeah, I said butt. No, these are the children of that giant purple passion. The purple passion is put out to pasture and get your approval? Yeah, yeah. Okay, well, the purple passion is gone, but her children live on. Now, this is about the 4th generation of purple passion that I've gotten off of that plant. I grew a plant, took a cutting, threw the plant out, on and on and on. So the purple passion plant continues continuously, and it always will. I think I'll always have one going on in here. I just put these in a cup of water, left them in there for a couple weeks until they grew roots, and then placed them in a, I think it was an 8-inch pot, yep, of my potting mix, and they perked right up, didn't they? Yep, well, I don't know if you saw them before. Well, keep an eye on these. Eventually, these little tiny things are going to be one of those giant plants on a shelf, and you'll be able to think back. I remember Rage showed these. He showed me these when they were babies. Now, growing these is so simple. Rich, well-drained soil. Allow the soil to slightly dry out and then water again and continue that process. That's all you have to do. No direct sunlight, because what that'll do is it'll cause their leaves to get greener. You want the leaves to be purple. You want this in semi-bright indoor light. It's going to do just fine. If you see flowers, lop them off. You don't want flowers on these things. You want the purple leaves. That's where the magic is on these. I just love that. Tomatoes. Tomatoes in the Voodoo Garden. And one other thing. By the way, those were the mule team. This probably doesn't look familiar, but it will in time. This is the sweet habanero. I took one of the seeds from the peppers that I harvested outside, and I decided to test the germination before I offered them for sale. This is that plant. I'm going to grow this indoors just for the heck of it and see if I can get sweet habaneros in the Garden of Voo over the winter. Now, I noticed that they put out big leaves. Unlike some other peppers that put out smaller leaves, these put out larger leaves. But look, underneath we got new growth. And I like to encourage the new growth. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to do it today, is I'm going to take these larger leaves off. Because otherwise, what this will do is the larger leaves are going to shade the new growth. The new growth will be a little bit anemic and weak as it grows. I don't need it to grow tall. I want it to grow bushy. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm not sure. I may change my mind. You never know. I am known for changing my mind. Yes, I am. But there's one last thing today. Yeah, this is a short program, but I just wanted to show you a couple things, and one of them just blew my mind, and I just noticed it this morning. Hold on. Hidden away behind the no-head sunflower, a little red pot that doesn't seem to attract much attention, and all that's growing out of it is one stem. Well, that one stem has filled up this back corner of the wall slowly as the months went on. Yeah, you've seen this as a backdrop. This is a night blooming cereus. And I was sent a couple leaves. I planted one, and I planted the leaf in some regular potting mix. The leaf grew a stem out of it, and the stem grew up, it forked, it grew more leaves, and the leaves grew stems, and they've been going on and going nuts. Now, from what I've been told, if you're lucky, you'll get blooms on these. Well, I haven't been lucky. I've been getting more leaves, and then the leaves will grow a leaf on them, and that leaf will grow a stem on it, and on and on and on. Well, this morning, I was blessed with a real surprise, and I got to show you because I'm excited. Right here. The first flower buds. 1, 2, and right up here makes 3. Yep, just the smallest of buds, and I have no idea if it's going to flower or they're going to fall off or what's going to happen, but I know those aren't leaf buds. They're flowers. Yeah, well, they're the beginning of flowers if I'm lucky, and I hope I am lucky. And if they do bloom, I will be sure, and yes, they are night blooming, so I'm going to have to run in here at night, turn on the lights, and film it. I want you to be with me when they bloom, if they bloom, so keep your fingers crossed. This is something that I've been waiting for quite a long time, and it's happening right here in the Garden of Voo. Look at you just making yourself at home. Hi there. Your breath. Yeah, your breath smells funny. Not funny, ha-ha. Well, anyway, I wanted to share that with you. The night blooming cereus. I came in and I just was so pleased. You have no idea how big my smile was. It's a good day in the Garden of Voo. And here's my new fun things going on in here, and there's going to be plenty more coming on, and hopefully, keep my fingers crossed, next time we meet, there's going to be flowers on those things. I hope so. Okay, well, for now, me and Little R, we got to get upstairs and join the pack. If you have any questions or concerns, post it in the comments section below. Otherwise, this is Rascal and Ray. We're out of here. We out of here, baby. Oh, right in the nostril. Thank you. Who needs a Kleenex when you got a dog nose? Wow. Now it smells like dog mouth. Ooh, that ain't good. That's no good, baby. You reek.